Hello, singing friends. Welcome back to Ofra Haza Appreciation Television. So I look a little bit insane right now. I don't know what's happening with my hair. And I promise you that I do own more than one shirt, but this is the warmest article of clothing that I have. And it's snowing again. And it's really beautiful. I'm really enjoying playing in it with the kids, but also it's really cold. So just trying to stay warm. Today we're going to be looking at two a cappella performances of Ofra Haza songs. And I really have grown an appreciation for Ofra over the past 6 months, a year. And that's all thanks to my viewer, Michal Hassani, who's been suggesting that I look at specific songs and really helping me, giving me an entree into her oeuvre and into her body of work. And I've gotten to know her and really explore her as an artist. And I really, really like her. I think she's got one of the clearest voices I've ever heard. I love the timbre of her voice, and she's got an amazing versatility and accuracy with her melismas that I really appreciate. And I also think it's just a really interesting marriage of Middle Eastern style of music with a more Western kind of modern crossover. And so I have a lot of respect for her as an artist, and I really enjoy her vocal tone and timbre. So I hope that you have been enjoying these videos as well and that you'll stick with me through another one of these explorations of Ofra Haza's work. The two songs that we're going to be looking at today are called The Whole Soul and Love Song. And this apparently is a video that just came out, so it's very exciting. This is never before seen footage. So let's check it out, shall we? So just before we begin, The Whole Soul, the part of the lyrics that she's going to be singing in translation is, my God, the whole soul that you have given me, my God. Okay, so here we go. You can hear in those repeating figures how much vocal control that requires to do that over and over again. That da 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 da. That requires a lot of versatility and control. That's not easy to do, especially when you're singing something a cappella. I always really find it interesting when singers sing a cappella because you can tell if they're an experienced singer or not based on a couple of things. And one of them is whether their pitch drifts at all. And if you stay very, very consistent throughout an entire a cappella song with nothing to anchor you into that pitch, then usually it's a sign that you are a more experienced musician or that you have perfect pitch. Otherwise, people tend to drift over even like a 1-minute song. If you were to play the beginning tone and the end tone, they might be off by a few cents, but her pitch is exactly consistent. And then the other thing that I listen for is whether they're really keeping that internal beat and taking their time and not allowing anything to rush them. Because when you're singing by yourself, there is this tendency to get nervous and to try to fill the space. Just like with speaking, how a lot of times people are not comfortable with silence, and so they'll rush to fill that silence. And being able to keep that consistent internal tempo, almost like you have a built-in metronome, and to really respect and play with that negative space and silence is a mark of a really experienced musician. I thought that was haunting, beautiful in all the best possible ways, and really shows off that wonderful marriage of that Middle Eastern sound, where she does those gorgeous melismas that just transport you. So I thought that was absolutely beautiful. And I also really liked the video. It was very simple, and yet there was something very magical and mystical about it. And it went very, very well with the content of the song, that it's like this prayer, and just the quality of her voice and the way that she's singing it. So let's listen to the second one. This second song is called Love Song, and it's from the Bible, Song of Songs. And the lyrics are, "Set me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal upon your arm, for love's as strong as death, jealousy as fierce as the grave. Its flashes are flashes of fire, the very flame of the Lord. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can floods drown it. If a man offered for love all the wealth of his house, he would be utterly despised." So very, very powerful.
שימני קח אותם על ליבך, שימני קח אותם על זרועך, כי עזק המוות אהבה, כי עזק המוות אהבה, קשה כשול קינה, רשפיה רשבי אש, שלהבת ים, מים רבים לא יוכלו לכבות את האהבה, ונהרות לא ישטפו אם ייתן איש את כל הון ביתו באהבה, בוז יבוזו
It's gorgeous, I almost feel like she's singing to us from beyond the grave, it's this gorgeous, very almost like this sacred space, I don't know what the setting of this was, where this was. It almost looks like it's in like a museum hall or something, but it's a beautiful setting, and it looks otherworldly. She's walking down this hall of these huge figures that almost look like gods or something, and to hear her voice, it's so haunting. And I love her, this is going to sound superficial, but I love her presentation. She's so elegant, and I have an appreciation for this because I am not that kind of woman at all. So for me, when I see somebody that has just the gorgeous coiffed hair and the perfect makeup and the beautiful earrings and the nails and everything and the gown to be so put together and so gorgeous and otherworldly is very impressive to me, because as you can see, I could use a little work in that department. So I know kind of what goes into that. And I'm sure that she had a team of people, obviously, for hair and makeup and everything, because she was that level of performer, but she just looks so beautiful and elegant. And that's part of the whole experience, that she's really transporting you. And she looks like she's a goddess, and she's in this gorgeous hall of these godlike huge statues. So I think the whole thing is really impressive, and her voice could not be more appropriate for this type of material where it's like a prayer, where it's taken out of the Bible, because her voice just kind of is bigger than the natural. It is supernatural, you know? So it makes me think of like God and the sublime, and it kind of brings me into that space where I want to hear a prayer, where I feel like I'm in temple or something. And she's a cantor, but she's also singing it in this way that's really beautiful in like a contemporary sense. So it's not like just sacred music where you would hear like in a temple. There's more contemporary beauty to that. So there is this like crossover appeal as well, if that makes sense. I feel like that was a long and rambling explanation, but I think you guys get what I'm talking about, right? There is this like sacred aspect to her voice, but it also isn't like it belongs just in a temple. It is also of this world as well as otherworldly. So I think it's really beautiful, and I could listen to her singing like this all day in the background and it wouldn't ever get on my nerves, because it's just so beautiful and simple. You know, there's no production that's getting in the way of hearing her voice. This is like my preferred medium for her. I don't need everything else. Just to hear her a cappella is enough, because she's got that gorgeous, gorgeous voice. So I enjoyed it very much. I hope that you did as well. I will see you guys here next time. And until then, happy singing. I promise the next time you see me, I'll be wearing a different shirt. Or maybe not. Who knows? You'll have to tune in to find out. Bye-bye.